Jesus Christ, eh? What? What? Let me go to here for 1 second. Main screen. There we go. Let's do that. Oh my God. Jesus. It's happened again. It's happened again, as I always say. I mean, couldn't have asked for anything worse, to be honest, could we? Quite literally. Anyway, here we go for today's player ratings. Welcome. As always, please do hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you haven't done so already. Here is the ratings from our game. From the last Premier League game. This isn't from our game against Wimbledon. This is our ratings for. I mean, this could be a quick one, like you say. It could be a very quick one. All 0. Absolutely nothing. This is from last one. This is not the ratings now. This is from the last game, just so that we can have as a comparison. Goodness me. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hit the bell notification. Let me know your reaction to this performance. A shambolic performance all around, pretty much from everyone from start to finish. A minus. Just put a minus in front of everyone. We'll start with Sanchez. He was getting on me tits. I've got to be honest. He was getting right on my tits. I'm going to get rid of these, actually, because people are going to join and be like, wow, I've missed that. So let me take these away. And we'll start again from scratch. Shall we work from best to last or what? Hang on, let me take this off. 2 losses already. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. We'll start with Sanchez, I guess. Yeah, what best? I know, exactly. Let's start a poll. Sanchez. Actually, no, we won't do a poll. Just let me know your Sanchez ratings down below in the comments, or in the chat rather. I'm going to say a 4. Right off the bat. I mean, because we're going to be realistic. There's no fun in me just... 4, yeah. We're being realistic here. We're not just going into this saying, it's a 0 for everyone. That looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? A 0 for everyone. Because we want this to be rather, not critical necessarily, but we want it to be accurate. Just so bad. Settle for a 3. I'll give him a 3. I tell you what, as soon as he made that mistake playing it out from the back and it went straight into that Nottingham Forest player. Be fair, yeah, we'll be fair. I just knew then and there, because I think that was in like the 55th minute. As soon as that happened, I thought, well, we're not winning this. we're not winning this at all. You just knew it was done after that, because quite frankly, it's always a telltale sign. Whenever things like that don't go our way, in terms of, like, we can't even play out the back without causing some issues, without causing issues for our defence. It's always going to end up being the same sort of thing, which is we can't hit a barn door, as they say. Jesus. Absolutely. Just a terrible, terrible performance all around. I suppose we will include substitutes because he did make 2 substitutions in the 60th minute. He actually made a substitution that wasn't too late, but it was too late in the end, was it not? It was all too little, too late, and quite frankly, just not good. at all. Sofa score just isn't working for me today. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, so we'll go with a 3 for Robert Sanchez. Next up, we have Disasi. Not 23. I'm going to start the bidding off with regards to his rating at a 2. What are we saying? What are you guys saying? The boys gave everything. Yeah. A 2, a 3, a 1. We'll go up to 3 just because that's the highest. We'll do the highest rating within reason, obviously. A 4. I don't think he's a 4. Was a 5? You reckon a 5? A 3, a 2, a 1, a 3. Give him his number, 2. I'm going to stick with 3, I think, on this occasion. Match center. There we go. Right. We're going to stick with 3, I think. 3.5. Go on then. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm still yet to see anything from Disasi that makes me wowed. And again, I can't stress enough that I was incredibly excited to see him join, to see what he could do. And so far, a steaming bag of ass. But hey, it is what it is. Thiago Silva, an absolute stinker from Thiago Silva. Oh, Jesus. Where do we start? Do we begin to say that maybe age is becoming a factor here? Do we begin to mention his age? He is 38, 39. Be fair but sensible, exactly. I don't think Silva was very good today. I don't think he was very good at all. Age is a big factor. I mean, if anything, that's a compliment to him, because if it's age that's causing an issue, it's not. He's better than the bunch of assholes we had on the pitch. I'm not sure. A 3, a 2, a 2, a 3. I'll give him a 3. He definitely wasn't worse than Disasi, but he wasn't great. He wasn't great. I'm going to give him a 3. So if he wasn't worse than Disasi, he's got to be a 3.5 as well. So we'll give him a 3.5, shall we? I just wasn't impressed from the get-go. I wasn't impressed from the get-go from Thiago. I thought it was really, really poor. Really poor. And the back three, I am going to go for a 3 for Disasi, to be fair, because I do think Thiago was just a smidge better. But a back 3 is where Thiago Silva thrives. That's his, you know, that's what he works best in. But today, Jesus, he got absolutely manhandled by their striker on many an occasion. And Thiago Silva is no small guy. He's not a small man. Do you know what I mean? So it made you start to think, didn't it? It did make you think what's happening with Thiago Silva here. What's happening? Angeline, thank you so much for the super chat or the donation. Massively appreciated. If you wish to make sure your comment is read out, then by all means, please do use the super chat feature. If you want to become a member, please do click the join button down below next to the subscribe button, of which you should do just that as well. Please hit the like, subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel, of which there will be player ratings for every single game this season. Obviously, the Wimbledon game was a bit of an anomaly. Do you know what I mean? A bit of a different one. But anyway, we move on to Levi Colwill. I'm not saying a 0. I feel like Colwill was probably the better out of the 3, to be honest. So I will start off as a 4. But make no mistake about it, he wasn't great either. He was not great either. Um, four, 2, 0, 2. 112 of you here again. Please do hit the like button. It is massively appreciated. It really helps me out. 2.5, 3.5, 2.5, 4. Carwell 4. I'm going to go with the majority, the average number there is 4, I would say, or the most popular number would be 4. I'm saying he's just a smidge ahead of Thiago Silva as the best defender of what is just a shambolic bunch. Malo Gusto. We'll move on. Malo Gusto now. Just probably one of the better players in this situation. But again, not great, not fantastic. Made some good balls. Probably one of the better players on the pitch though throughout the game. A 5. I'm leaning more towards a 6. But I'm seeing a lot of 5s. 4 helped in the attack but didn't provide anything in the final third. Crosses were excellent. No one in the box. 6. I think a 6 is probably going to be 5.5. I'll go 5.5. Why not? 5.5. Certainly not the worst player on the pitch. 6 is a push. Okay, we'll go 5.5 then, just meeting in the middle. But as you can see, just off of the numbers that we have here alone already, it's evident that it was not a good game. It was not a good game in the slightest. Conor Gallagher, Jesus Christ. I'm going to start the bidding off at 2. Just very frustrating. I'm seeing already people saying a lot better. He might have got better in the second half. Who knows? It remains to be seen. 4 at best. 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. Bear in mind, at the beginning of the stream, I was absolutely praising him beyond belief. I was putting Mods and Alex through the paces. You know, I was really pressuring them into admitting that they both claimed that you know, Gallagher hadn't had the capabilities to make his claim to being a regular first team player. But boy, oh boy, did we get stinky Gal Dog today. We really did. Clumsy dog. Clumsy Gal Dog. Really, really poor, I thought. I'm going to go with a 2.5. I think 2 is probably a bit too low. I'll go with a 2.5. I'll put the rate in there. And Caicedo. Now, we said this the other day, right? We said this the other day, that if Caicedo isn't obviously playing, like if you can't see him working, if you can't see him doing anything, if his name isn't brought up that often, then he must be doing something right. It was a bit of a Jorginho situation, whereas if you didn't hear anything about Jorginho, he's obviously doing his job very well. That said, I cannot confidently sit here and say that that was a good performance, to say the least. I will say that I will start off at a 4. I could be worked down to a 3.5. I could be worked up to a 4.5. It remains to be seen. Shall we do a bit of a poll for this one? Because I think it's a close one. Caicedo. 3.5, 4, 4.5, or 5. There we go. The poll is in the chat. Please vote on the poll to get your vote in. And in the meantime, give that like button a little tickle. And let's get to 100 likes. That would be massively appreciated. We're almost halfway there. So if we could get to... There is 150 of you here right now. If we could get to the 100 like mark, that would be fantastic. But at the moment, it appears 3.5 is winning. It's neck and neck with 4, more or less. Just 2% in it at the moment. We'll let it get to 50 votes, and then we'll close right there. So what? 51 votes. 3.5 is the winner. So we will go for that. Much better than Gallagher, it's got to be said. But obviously different role, different performance, different everything. Chilwell. Now. I don't know if I can keep defending my boy here. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Benjamin Chilwell these days. How have you ever seen a captain get... And I know he's vice captain, but have you ever seen a captain get subbed every single game? I don't even think Azpilicueta got subbed as much as this geezer. I will probably go for a 2. Out of the players mentioned so far, I would probably say... I don't know. I don't want to join the agenda. I don't want to join the agenda of saying that he was shit. But goodness gracious me, he had a honker, didn't he? He had an absolute hooner of a game. I'm going to go with 3. Well, I think a lot of people. Poll. Luke, you're saying poll. Shall we go to a poll? I think it's one of those ones where a poll is needed. A poll is needed. 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. Start 1.5 to 3. There we go. Right. Well, poll is in the chat again. 170 of you here. In the meantime, please vote on the poll, and also please hit the like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future player ratings, gaming streams, all that good stuff. Player ratings will be an occurrence every single game, full time of every single game this season. The agenda is correct. The agenda is not correct. I just think he's been a bit stinky these days. 1.5, man. Fucking hell. 2. Bakayoko vibes. What the hell does that mean? Poll for everything. I mean, certain players don't deserve a poll. I will do one for the last 3. The subs, it will be honourable mentions purely because I don't have graphics for those players that came on as subs just yet, but I will be working on that. Obviously, new signing and all that. We are doing subs, yes, but I don't have any. I think I might have some pictures for them actually. Hang on. We've got one for Madueke. Madueke's there. Who are the other subs that we made? It was Palmer, Madueke, Mudryk, and Madsen. So I think I've actually got one for everyone except Palmer. So who was the other one? Mudryk. Mudryk, Madueke, Madsen. I've got to have one for Madsen, surely. There we go. There's one for Madsen as well. And then we'll just have to imagine that Palmer is there because I do not have one for Palmer. But 1.5 is the winner. 1.5 is the winner for Ben Chilwell. A little bit harsh in my opinion, but also not really because he was absolutely stinky, to say the least. But there we go. There we go indeed. Right, up next we have Raheem Sterling. We're going to go with Sterling next. So, again, get your votes in. If it is a little bit too tight to tell, then we will go to another poll. Dan, all the best, mate. All the best. Take care. See you soon. 5-1. I thought Sterling was incredibly frustrated. He went back to his typical Sterling self where he just kind of runs into a brick wall again. Not to say he had a stinky game. He was creative. He was creating chances. There were chances where he could have shot a lot earlier. There were chances where he could have shot and didn't at all. And there are also chances where he just sort of booted the ball and hoped for the best. 3.5. We're going to another poll by the look of it. We're going to another poll. So, you know the drill. You know the drill. I think we're starting from a 3. And we're working up to a 4.5, I think. John, with the super chat, Chelsea will win the quadruple like Man City. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know quite.
Chelsea will win the quadruple like Man City.
I don't know quite what you're smoking, but, you know. We'll go from a 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 for Sterling. Again, keep smashing the like button. We're getting there. We're getting there. 200 of you watching at the moment. Please do hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification whilst you are voting on the poll for Raheem Sterling. Trying to make this as regular a occurrence as all the other streams I do on here. I understand it's not the watch along. It's not quite the watch along, but all the same, we've got a way to interact and get your votes in, all that good stuff. And that is my one and only beer. I'm going to have to go to the pub later on. Right, we've got to the 50 vote mark, rather. More or less. And it seems as though a 3 is the number that we're going to go with. So let's go for a 3. We will highlight the man of the match. There will be a few more of those. There really will be. A 3 is too harsh. Well, I mean, comparing him, he is. I've got to respect the poll. I've got to respect the wish of the viewers. I've got to respect the poll. So we have gone with a 3. I would have gone with probably a 3. Yeah, probably a 3. It was frustrating to watch. I would push. I would go for 4 at a push. 4 at a push. Sterling can't be a 3 when Caicedo is a 3.5. I'm going to go 4. I understand the poll isn't accurate. I'm going to go with a 4. He was not worse. The guy didn't do anything. I'm gonna veto that and go for a 4 purely because. Come on, let's be fair here. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. There will be lower rankings now. We move on to Enzo Fernandez, who again I thought very, very frustrated throughout the game. I don't think he could really get into the game too much. Probably one of the worst performances for the club, I would say. I think a 2 is quite harsh, but that is the most common answer so far. So probably another poll. Well, so far we're working from a 2 upwards. I think we're going to do 2, 3, 4, or 5. 2. All right, we're going to have to go to another poll in that case. 3, I'd settle at. Enzo. 2, no, we're not doing 2, fuck's sake. 2, 3, 4, 4.5, and 5. There we go. So if you want to go as low as a 3, you can. I think that would be warranted. He's had a bit of a stinker today. It's got to be said. And as always, we'll get to the 50 vote mark. Again, 65 likes on the stream. Let's try and get to 100. Let's try and get to 100. It is very doable. Only 33 likes away. And there we go. We're going to go with a 3 then for Enzo Fernandez as we go into the final player of the starting 11. Before we go to Jackson, I'm curious. Well, I'm not curious, but I'm going to do a quick ratings of these players. I think Madueke, probably a 5.5. These are just straight off the bat. 5.5 for Madueke. Mudryk, a fucking 1. Useless bastard. And Maatsen, probably a 4.5. Didn't really he didn't really do much, you know, but didn't have as bad as an appearance as he did the other day. So honourable mention, obviously Cole Palmer. I don't have a graphic for him, so I can't do anything about that. But I would argue probably the better player of the substitutions. So probably a 6 then for Palmer. 5.5, 6. I think he was better than Madueke, but I'd say 5.5, 6. Around that area. It's hard to really... It's all relative. It's all relative. Jackson. Yeah, I hate to do it. We're going to do a poll. We're not going zeros. We're not going zeros, but we are going to go... We are going to go as low as a 0.5 because I think that today was just a stinker. An absolute stinker of a game. Honestly, couldn't have gone worse for him, honestly. The guy is addicted to Sky and the ball. And you know me, if you follow me at all, you'll know I back Jackson. I've been so excited to watch him start. I loved him during pre-season. He just is yet to really hit the ground so far. Like he was in pre-season. So reminiscent of Drogba when he first started. He's diving now. He's missing shots. He just can't seem to get it in the back of the net. He's likeable, though. He is likeable. Sorry, John, thank you for the super chat once again. Massively appreciated. Jackson was a 10, dude, for the Bants. I don't think we'll be going to do that, but thank you for the super chat nonetheless. 83 likes before we get on to this last one. I'm going to let the votes run just a little bit longer. But please do. 15 likes away from 100. It would be massively appreciated if we could do that. And then with that said, I mean, it's I could have scored that chance. I would have scored that chance. It was harder for him to miss that chance, truth be told. But there we go. Our worst player of the match goes to Nicholas Jackson, which takes a lot for me to say that because I am so fond of him. And it turns out our man of the match today is... Well, it's a mixture. I think it's Cole Palmer. I'm not going to give man of the match to anyone, though, out of principle. Do you know what I mean? Just because it was an absolute bag of shit, that entire situation, the whole game. But Cole Palmer, on his debut, probably had a fantastic performance. But honourable mentions, I would say, if you can call it honourable, is Malo Gusto and Nodi Madueke. But overall, just the biggest pile of shit. Pochettino, you got 2 weeks, son. Not 2 weeks and then it's Poch out. I'm not saying that to, at all. But what I am saying is something needs to change, and evidently it needs to be that we need to revert back to our formation during pre-season. Why did we do so much progress so well in pre-season just for us to never use the situation, the fucking formation and everything that we built? And I know there's injured players, you silly fuck, but honestly, what the fuck is going on? I said this in my review, my very brief review, but my review nonetheless. We've got new players, new manager, new personnel, same old shit at this club. It's exactly the same. Nothing has changed. Still useless. Still absolutely useless. Couldn't score in a brothel, as they say. Goodness me. A 0 for Pochettino. Make a substitution earlier, you fucking idiots. With that said, thank you very much for watching. It's been another very successful player ratings, albeit we wish it was a little bit happier. I'm going to give, I said Pochettino a 0. He needs to do better, quite honestly. That was down to him today. Players, obviously, absolutely fucking useless. But all the same, just, he's got to work on something. He's got to work on it. He really has got to work on it. Thank God, though, it is the international break. And, yeah, time to reflect, time to improve, time to go back to the drawing board and see where we are when we come back. Obviously, shall we have a quick look at the fixtures coming up before we leave? We've got Bournemouth next. Bournemouth away. Then we've got Aston Villa. Then we've got Brighton, then Fulham. Then Burnley. Then it's another international break. And if we don't fix up, in that period before the next international break, we're fucked. We're absolutely done. Because we've got Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, City, Newcastle, Brighton, Manchester United. We're absolutely done for if we don't fix up. Just simply put. But again, with that said, shape up or shape out. Simply put. With all that said, all the best. Stay safe. I'll see you when I see you. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Thank you to everyone that has super chatted, everyone that's donated, everyone that has subscribed, everything else. When is the 6K video celebration coming? It's coming. It's coming. I think the missus is going out at some point, so I've got an evening to myself, which I will be spending with you. That if you wish to join me for my 6K celebration stream, it'll be a give or take a 6-hour stream, but we'll see what we can do. There might be some breaks in between, but we'll see. We'll see. With that said, all the best. My name is Harry, up the Chelsea, and peace. Goodbye.